Joke on you, never me. Comfortable, comfortable. But let me turn you out though. You know what I'm saying? The insult was, he ain't smooth. He should have walked up and did it himself. Joke on her. You should never let her ruin your relationships or whatnot. But me, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Chandeliers all around me. Definitely. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go in. I want to say sorry. But definitely, as we hear again, definitely having fun. Have you ever seen as many bottles of Ace of Spade in your life? I'm pretty sure you never seen it. I'm pretty sure you never seen, a guy put it together how I put it together. The one and only magnificent, the Don himself, Madhatan Smith. Ladies, see you fumble the ball, definitely recover the ball or whatnot. I tried to treat her right. She didn't, act the way she was supposed to act. She didn't want the chandelier light. She didn't want the big screens. She didn't want, the real, the lifestyle or whatnot. Let's definitely go in. Let's go in. Let's go in. She didn't want the real type of entry that you get when you're dealing with a gentleman. Anytime a guy comes to you and he approach you and he got fur around his neck, and he got bust downs and stuff like that, and full body murder. And he could take you through different settings and stuff like that. And you fumbled the ball. I'm sorry. You should never fumble the ball or whatnot. I try to keep it smooth, keep it G, keep it respectful and stuff like that. And you didn't want it or whatnot. We could have, came and got the lifestyle on, the love really going on, and you ain't gonna even do it like that. But baby, I'm trying to introduce you to a life where you getting, silk out of gold. You know what I'm saying? Trying to treat you right, but let me see how I look right here. Oh my god, too motherfucking sexy. Let me stop this shit. You know what I'm saying? They said I wasn't smooth. Nah, baby, you right. I'm not smooth. I'm polar bear soft. I'm cub. I'm teddy bear soft. Welcome to the life. One door closes. I immediately left out of that area in a comfortable situation. I caught, escort me out that situation. I still left with diamonds around my neck. I won't go into all the diamonds around my neck either. Or when no sapphire or anything like that. But, if you wanted that lifestyle, you definitely should have chosen me. I could have gave it to you. I wanted to give it to you. You declined it. With me, I'm sorry. I don't try too hard. I'm a top tier guy. You only get one chance, one opportunity, or whatnot. I wanted to, treat you out, treat you proper, treat you how you supposed to be treated. You didn't want it. You didn't want the lifestyle. You didn't want to wake up and look like it belongs where you were supposed to actually be at. You didn't want it. It's cool. Thumbs up, toodles to you and your clan or your posse. But me, us over here, for all the money and something that you need the resources for, you fumbled. Ladies, perch. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna leave me hanging? Y'all don't want me? Y'all don't want me? It's cool. I accept myself. I want myself or whatnot. Ladies, let's really get down to business. If you know, or you know, I'm a good man. I'm a damn good man. You know, if I come across your doorsill, you know, I'm at least be able to keep you warm, or you know, at least put in some of this chinchilla or whatnot. You know, you definitely eat good. You know, I ain't just here bullshitting around. You know, you definitely eat good. You know, one door to the next door. Hold up, one door to the next door. You know, I definitely want to introduce you to this lifestyle or whatnot. You fumble, I apologize. I should give you more than one try. I can't do that. You fumbled, you rejected, you listen to, you know, them. Unfortunately, you know, you don't want to, you know, eat in private settings. You know, when I say private settings, I mean real private settings. I'm talking about, you know, where the guy can say, hey, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and close it or whatnot. You didn't want that or whatnot. You know, again, as you see, my guys here, we definitely doing our thing. Let's go ahead down into this food. Let's keep it sassy. Happy birthday, Manhattan Smith. Wait, you said happy birthday? You talking to yourself? Of course I'm talking to myself. It's called self-certification, realization, acknowledging myself. You know, I feel good. I feel great. She didn't want the guy. You know, I got her and burst her, right? Don't be nice to the girl. I am being nice to her. She didn't want me to say, excuse me, baby. Let me pull out your seat. As you see, she didn't want to go or whatnot. You know, she didn't want that. Oh, now, so ladies, if I'm your type and you got your eye on me and you looking for a guy that's gonna treat you right, pull the seat out for you, open the doors for you, you know, bring you to the finest environments, come and holler at me. Let's get down. Let's have some fun. I'm all for it. I'm single. I don't have anybody. I'm looking for a significant other. You know, I don't come with, you know, a lot of bad, you know, juju or whatnot. You know, I keep it real, you know, real pressure, you know, certified or whatnot. I'm definitely going to have some fun. It was never a knockdown. It was never a knockdown. It was never a situation where I was like, hey, you know what? You know, I'm just this random old broke ass nigga. I can't do nothing for you but supply you a good dick. You know, it was never that, baby. I just wanted to treat you right. You know, you caught a motherfucking nigga eye. You know, you caught my motherfucking eye, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to call you that, but, you know, in that moment, you know what I'm saying? You know, you was really acting like, you know, a certified bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's dive in. Let's really dive in or whatnot. Go ahead, mama. Go. What you say, mama? What you say, mama? God damn, son. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on that motherfucking ass out here, baby. On God, I'm on their ass out here, mama. They ain't fucking with your son. You know, they must have fell and hit their motherfucking head or something. They ain't, you know what I'm saying, they ain't doing it the way I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, they be in settings, alright, but they settings ain't saying, oh, excellent. They ain't. You know, we definitely for to get down. We definitely for to have some fun. You know, they didn't want the, you know, the chandeliers or whatnot. You know, as you know, the chandeliers to, you know, to keep them looking good. They didn't want that. I tried it. You know, I can't keep giving people chances. I can't keep giving people options. I can't keep giving people, you know, trials and errors, and they fumble, and we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. We ain't doing that. No, not today. Not on my calendar. Not on my watch. Not on what I feel is best, you know. It just absorbs me. I'm definitely that guy. I deserve to be called that guy. I'm definitely fly for sure, not for short, for sure. You know what I'm saying? We definitely having fun. Bust down out here. Heck yo, definitely get ready to go down. The Egypt vibe. You know what? My guy said come in there. My guy said come in. Yeah. Yeah. My guy said come in. Okay. Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. Hold up. My guy said come in. They didn't want it. So I'm gonna give it to them or whatnot. I'm definitely gonna, you know, let them have fun or whatnot. Let's go here or whatnot. Definitely gonna have some fun or whatnot. We definitely gonna get ready to go down, have some fun. We're gonna keep it G, we're gonna keep it smooth. You know what? I got to use this. You know, we're gonna keep it G, keep it smooth. My guy said, bro, you know, let's really turn it up. You know, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm single, right? Yeah, baby. I'm single. I'm sure is single. But I'm single on a I'm single on a whole nother level. You know, I'm single on a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? You know, no devil or whatnot. We definitely keep it G. We keep it smooth. We keep it fresh and heat. We keep it smooth. We keep it G. We keep it really, really respectful. And on top of that, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. And the other, yeah, I'm just doing this video. We definitely will keep it G. Definitely keep it smooth, very close. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it pink. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, they close it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But not. Peace.